Hi there, this is Susanna. So let's talk about weight loss today. I have 5 really good tips to share with you that can potentially help you lose weight easier and faster without all the dieting and restrictions. So, tip number 1 is food combining. Food combining has played a very big role in my life when I was looking to improve my digestion, and that also helped many other women to lose weight and feel better. It's very important because each foods require different pH and environment and enzymes to be broken down and assimilated completely and perfectly and entirely in our bodies. So, for instance, carbohydrates already start to be digested in our mouth, and then proteins in the stomach, and fats mainly in the intestines. And proteins require a more acidic environment as opposed to carbohydrates that require a more alkaline environment. So, and when you combine these incompatible foods within one meal, or even within a day very close to each other, that can cause problems because one of them will suffer the consequences and won't be digested perfectly. And what happens when it's not digested perfectly? It's not eliminated perfectly, and it is stored in your body as fat and as toxins that will require some fat to be stored in, because toxins are mostly stored in fat. So therefore it's very important that you look into this, like what you combine with what. Like, it doesn't have to be so meticulous all the time, but there are some main guidelines that can really help you. For instance, don't combine high protein or high fat foods with starches, such as meat with potatoes or fish and chips or some other animal products, or even like beans with starches and things like that, because that will prevent the digestion of one of them, and as I said, that's not what we want if you want to lose weight and feel energized. So other one would be, for instance, starches with acidic foods, like if you have a rice dish and you have like some sort of a salad but with vinegar, then the vinegar will actually prevent the digestion of the rice. That's a problem. Or if you eat sweet fruits with acid fruits like bananas with lemons or oranges or pineapples, that's not a great combination. Try to eat sweet fruits with other sweet fruits like bananas with dates or apples or mangoes, but not necessarily, better not with acid fruits. And then tip number 2 would be salt. And salt is very important to reduce because it's corrosive in our body, and it makes our body to hold on to weight and take away water from our cells in order to protect us from the harmful effects of salt inside our body. And that can also look like weight gain, and also it's unhealthy and can raise blood pressure. So too much salt is definitely something you want to avoid. Reducing your salt intake is crucial, if not eliminating it completely. What I suggest here is you actually look into foods like lots of greens, because they are natural, they are high in natural sodium, and that's what we really need, those organic minerals, because salt is an inorganic mineral, and organic minerals can be assimilated and incorporated in our cells much easier than the inorganic ones. So I think it makes sense, right? And of course, if your body holds on to weight because of that, that's just another downside of it. Tip number 3 is hydration, and it goes hand in hand with the salt consumption, because salt also makes us very dehydrated. But it's also very good to know that it's not quite enough if you just drink loads of water, because if you still continue to eat a lot of dehydrating foods that take away water from your body and from your cells, you will not get the full benefits of the full hydration. And we need to flush our system. We are 70% of water, so we need water to exist, and we need to clean our body inside out with water. Therefore, the best is if you try to aim to consume a lot of raw foods, fruits and vegetables, because those are the highest in water content, such as watermelon, papayas, all kinds of fruits and greens with every meal. And you're gonna feel so much different and so much more amazing. And you will see that dropping weight will become easier as well, as your digestion will speed up and you can eliminate faster these foods than the dehydrated foods. Okay, so tip number 4 is dropping completely, or at least reducing animal products. And that's also very important because they take ages to digest. And as I said, if you are digesting these foods and they sit in your intestines for so long, then we hold on to those toxins and hold on to fat as well, consequently. Like, the digestion is really key here. Very, very important. In order to lose weight, we need to have good metabolism and good digestion and elimination. So we avoid all the bloating and the gas as well, and that fatigue, and then we don't have to have 3 cups of coffee a day if we digest things well, right? I mean, I know I really enjoy not having to have coffee anymore. I didn't have coffee. I haven't had coffee for, I don't know, for more than 2 years, and it's awesome. And that's also something very dehydrating, coffee. So you might want to reduce that and replace it with green tea or some other kind of teas. That's a better solution. And so yeah, going back to animal products, a plant-based diet is so much easier on the system. So I would encourage you to look into that direction and reach out if you need help, to where to start, what to incorporate exactly in your diet. But first of all, try to add a lot of plant-based foods first, lots of fresh greens and vegetables. Whatever diet you eat, they are always very beneficial for you. And then tip number 5 is stress. to reduce stress and change how you react. I think that's the key here, because stress is always there in our environment, but we want to create inner peace and that stability and that place inside of you where you can always return. It doesn't matter how stormy or how crazy it is around you, you have somewhere to return to, and you will feel much more centered and grounded. So you want to aim for that. And how do you do that? What I really like to do is go outside every day and spend some time outside and in nature. I really love to take my shoes off and actually walk barefoot on the ground, on the earth, in the grass and near trees, and it really recharges me. Even if it's colder, I do it sometimes. If it's too cold, I just go out for a walk, and that already reduces stress. And exercise is very important here. Exercise what you enjoy, and not the kind of exercise that feels to you like a military camp and actually puts more stress on you. Because what happens with stress, it produces hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. And cortisol lingers on way longer, and that actually increases our appetite. But our appetite for junk foods and crappy foods, not for nice raw foods and healthy stuff, right? And then we will enter into this cycle. You eat the bad foods that cause you feel even worse, and then you don't know where you end up. So you just have to break that somewhere and start with one step today. Do one thing. I really love yoga as well because it combines physical activity with conscious breathing. So that consequently helps you reduce stress, and your weight helps you lose weight as well, because as I said, stress is a very big contributor to weight gain as well. Okay, so just to go through these 5 tips I mentioned, the number 1 was food combining. Look at that, and then reducing your salt intake, and then make sure you are hydrated. What I didn't mention is that actually, when you wake up, start with a big glass of water, at least half a liter of water, and postpone your breakfast as much as you can. And you can add some lemon in your warm water, and that will help you also flush your system in the morning. And make sure you don't drink with your meals, rather wait an hour after eating and then you can drink, or 30 minutes before your meal you can drink, because otherwise all this water and liquid will just dilute the digestive enzymes and make digestion harder. And digestion is key for weight loss. And the number 4 was, yes, reducing animal products in your diet, or go completely plant-based, vegan, have lots of raw foods, and that will definitely help with weight loss. And then tip number 5 was changing your reaction to stress and stressful things in your environment. Use breathing and exercise and go out in nature. Engage in something that you like, something that lights you up, something fun, and that will help you naturally reduce stress. I hope you find this useful, and if you did, then subscribe for more, because I will be back with more tips on weight loss as well, and about how to look beautiful naturally and how to feel good naturally without restriction and lots of dieting and all that crap. So I hope you enjoyed it, and share it with others if you liked it. Share it with your girlfriends, because I believe lots of women need to hear this, and we don't deserve to struggle and be frustrated every day with the way we look or with those extra pounds we have. So take care, and I see you soon. Bye bye!